Let's get nuts. Let's do it! Oh, come on. There it is. What's happening, everybody? Welcome to Film Junkee Live. Hump Day. Hump Day version. What's going on out there? Who's all out there? What are we doing, eh? See, everybody's made their way in here. Let's get nuts. Let's get nuts. What's going on? Let's see, where are we at here? All right, man, everybody's already talking to each other. What's going on? We got everybody in here. Hey, hey, we got Ryan. Oh, whoops. I should probably turn on the little chat function. There we go, Ryan. There you go. Yeah, Tyler, what's going on? We got Mama Film Junkie here. Hi, Mom. Hey, everyone. Does anybody else get a... Yeah, a little bit. Those little Rob Zombie-esque, right? What's going on, Michael? Good to see you. We got Brian here. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Let's see, where are we at? I got that alarm now. Let's get nuts. Let's get nuts. Love the nuts. What's going on, Eric? We got Jade here. Thick and Wolf style. What's going on, Luke? Got Stephanie here. Oh, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. Heyo, Buddington. Yo, Edward. We got Edward Enigma in the house. Nice. Let's get nuts. Accuracy. Malcolm, how you doing? I hear California is nice this time of year. It's hot. It's hot this time of year, actually. It's pretty hot. That's what I should say. Legend. How you doing? Clay Italian, good to see ya. All right. Nolan. Oh, look at you. JD, good to see ya. Yes. Whoop. We got Abel here. We got Miss Stewart. Good to see ya. What's going on, Carrie? The Black Widow Steelbook arrived today. Nice. Right next to TSS. You're funny. You're funny. You're funny. Who else we got here? Well, we got Legend. We got everybody. I think everybody's pretty much made their way in here. Good to see everybody, of course. Welcome to Film Junkee Live on your September 15th. We're already halfway through. Halfway through. See, there you go. That's the hashtag that I want to see. That's the hashtag I want to see right there. Right there. Spent money. Well, hey, to each their own. To each their own. To each their own, you know. Some people like it, some people don't. I wasn't a fan. Wasn't like it was totally terrible, but, you know, it just wasn't the biggest, you know. It was pretty forgettable when it comes to me. I don't know if I'll ever watch it again. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? And yes, I did take this bad boy out yesterday. Remember when this showed up? Yippee-ki-yay, motherfuckers. Yeah. I just love it's just cool because it's literally like a piece of glass sticking out of his heel right there. I love that. I love that. God, that's what was so great about Die Hard. It was like, it's not only do we have this dude taking on a bunch of terrorists, but he's also barefoot. I mean, whoever came up with the idea of him being barefoot, that just added a whole other level to it. So I love that. Love that. Love my little John McClane. Got to get them all. Got to get them all. Got to get them all. Anyways, all right. So hopefully you guys are having a good day. I had a pretty decent day. Work still kind of, because now I'm trying to learn something new again. Trying to tell you what, it is interesting working from home now in this field, because before you kind of just like you sit with somebody, you look over their shoulder. Now it's like you do everything through video conferencing and screen sharing and everything, and it's not as, you know, it's not as easy because, you know, sometimes people have different schedules when you work at home. Not everybody starts at the same time and everything, so it's different. It's definitely different. So, and then I'm now trying to learn some new stuff here. Hold on. I had to plug in my laptop. Got to plug in my laptop. There we go. We're good. We're good. We are good. What's going on, James? How you doing? How you doing? The Last Jedi is the best Star Trek. Nice. I like that. Funny. What's going on, Scotty? How you doing? Yes. Yeah, I know. When it comes to California, Hey, it was a long shot. It was a long shot to get that guy out of there. But, what can you do? What can you do? Like I said, I didn't care what side of the aisle, whether it's Republican, Democrat, Libertarian, or Scientology. I didn't care who, just somebody different. Somebody different. Get that guy out of there. Get somebody different. Yes, does Scientology have a political side? Please, Tom Cruise, save California. It's going to just continue to sink into the Pacific Ocean. I don't know. It is kind of interesting, though, when I see people going like, oh, my God, thank God. I'm going, do you look around? Do you look around? I mean, there's even like, okay, so if I took the 10 freeway all the way to LA, man, you get close to LA, it just starts getting bad. Even right here, the next city over is Riverside. Tents happening. It's like, what are we doing to help these people out? And that doesn't seem like nothing, but whatever. The guy's gonna stay in there, and yeah, some things happened today. So what can he do? What can he do? But yeah, I'm just kind of like, what are you? Oh wait, you live in a nice area. That's what it is. You live in a nice area. You don't see the stuff that. Okay, that's what it is. Sadly, I don't live in the best of areas. I mean, my apartment complex is pretty good, but yeah, you start, you go that way, and it just, man. I remember when I first moved to California, even visiting California. I mean, it's totally different. I mean, this is like over 20 years ago. I mean, yeah, the smog was bad. The smog was definitely bad because I remember playing outside, and then all of a sudden, after a few hours, your lungs were it was kind of difficult to breathe. They kind of cleaned that up. Smog's not nearly as bad as it once was. Even though people still think that we're just, the earth is just, about to just ignite in a ball of a fire. We've, some of the technical advances when it comes to cars and stuff like that, we've actually done a good job. I wish we would acknowledge that a little bit more, but sadly we don't. But yeah, so the smog has gotten definitely better, but a lot of things have gotten worse too in California. So I don't know what you're going to do, Jeez. But it's just kind of funny too, because a lot of people always go, it's either Texas or Florida. I saw that was trending yesterday after the whole thing happened. And I'm like, there's 47 other states. It doesn't always have to be Texas and Florida, guys. I mean, if you want to move somewhere else, there's other states in between all of that. There's a lot. I mean, geez, it was just kind of funny. It's always Texas or Florida. Where are you going to move, Texas or Florida? It's like, there's a bunch of other ones, man. Like I said, I've always told you guys, Nevada is where I'll probably end up, one of these days. We'll see what happens. What's going on, Niner fan? Hey, your Niners barely pulled that one off on Sunday. Barely pulled that one off. I love when I find money in my back pocket. Yeah, Wisconsin. There you go. See, there's a spot. There's all kinds of spots everywhere. It always seems like it's those two states when it comes to leaving California. It's like, which one are you headed to? It's stop it, please stop it. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. Newsom side had a. Oh yeah, that was weird. Yeah, calling a black politician a white supremacist. That was interesting. That was definitely interesting. But hey, what can you do? It's all craziness. South Dakota, there you go. Get out there, South Dakota. Or just move to Canada. There you go, up there in Canada. See what's like up there. I hear it gets really cold up there in Canada, though. During the winter, I've heard really, I've seen just friends. I have one of my really good buddies. He ended up marrying a girl from Canada, and he said that, yeah, it was like deathly cold up there. I don't know if I'd want to move to Canada. Maybe, I don't know. But hey, we'll see. Yeah. Niner fan. It was a close one. I was worried for. I definitely was worried for the Niners right there. I thought, oh, okay, looks like Jimmy G might pull this one off, even though he botched that first snap. I went, uh-oh. But then he kind of came through, so that was good at least. So, anyways. All right, so hopefully you guys can have a good day. Boop. All right, do all that. Boop. All right. West Coast is a lot warmer in the winter. Oh, yeah, definitely. See, that's the thing. I'm so used to just cold for me is in the 40s, the low 40s, maybe high 30s. Anything lower, if you get in the 20s, no way. I don't think I can handle that, I've been so adapted to this right here. So, Yeah, I don't know if I could handle all that. Florida. Yeah, I don't know if I want to move to Florida. I've been to Florida. I've been to Texas. Texas, and like I said, if I'm going to move out of the state, I'll probably just move to next door. 4 hours away. So that way I'm still close to California. I got family. I got family in Nevada. It makes sense. It does make sense. So we'll see what happens. It's just, it's all pure craziness. And and something happened today too, where it was like, yep, you knew it was going to happen. You knew it was going to happen. And I just wish people would actually wake up to these people that are leading. I just wish that would be the case. Anyways. All right, guys. Hopefully you guys are having a good day, and it's Wednesday. Tomorrow, I think I'm definitely going to go to the movies tomorrow. I think I'm going to see that movie Cop Shop because I want to see the new Clint Eastwood movie, but it's not playing there's no Thursday showings anywhere around here, and I guess I'm just going to watch it on HBO Max. Because I haven't seen any Thursday. So I'm going to see Cop Shop. Gerard Butler, Frank Grillo, who I've talked to, support the man. I like Frank Grillo. Looks like an interesting, contained little, good guy, bad guy, hitman kind of movie. So I'm going to probably see that tomorrow. So look forward to that first reaction. So I'm actually looking forward to it. It looks kind of cool. It's interesting, and I like Gerard Butler. And like I said, I like Frank Grillo. So I'll definitely see that. And then, of course, there's Thursday Night Football. Yeah, I know. I'll probably end up missing a little bit of it, but I'll make sure. Yeah, Cop Shop comes out tomorrow. It comes out this weekend. Technically tomorrow. There's some early showings, so I think I'm definitely going to check that out. So, all right. Let's go to the tweets, Let's see what's going on in the Twitter world, It's been a little craziness today. It really has. It's been a little freaking crazy, so... Oh, where's the sound effect? Oh, there it is. There we go. Jeez. Terrible. Didn't have it ready to go. All right. Let's go to the tweets here, guys. You guys, this was a last minute. Man, I'm telling you what, my Photoshop skills have gotten better. This was so last minute, and somehow I was like, you know what? I'm going to make a thumbnail that has Christopher Nolan being the king. And I thought, for being like, being pressed for time and just kind of getting that done. I mean, it was like almost 5 o'clock before I made that. Jeez. So hopefully you guys liked the thumbnail. I thought I was pretty proud of the thumbnail right there. So hopefully you guys dug that. Yeah, I'll fight anyone talking shit about Clint Eastwood. Yeah, I know. The man's a treasure. This is pretty interesting right here. So James Wan. So hopefully you guys checked out Malignant. Please check out Malignant because I can't express how much I enjoyed this movie. I can't express it enough how much I really enjoyed this movie. I haven't watched it again. I probably will soon for sure. But James Wan said the third act twist, basically his wife, who actually is like the girl with the glasses in the movie apparently that I found out, says my wife Ingrid. She does a lot of research into medical anomalies, so obviously my horror movie fucked up mind went immediately to the most messed up story. Hell yeah. That's what's good. And it definitely is. It's fucking messed up. It is messed up. Do I have that on? Yes. It is definitely messed up. So, yeah, definitely watch that. And then check this out, guys. I forgot about this, but I'll give this a listen. On September 8th, we have the new Batman. We got some Batman the Audio Adventures.
But what happens when a shadow steps out of the darkness?
Old school. Look at that. Old school radio with the Bat logo.
Batman, the Audio Adventures.
Audio
10
Adventures.
chapters of serialized mayhem.
Just a single girl in her castle.
Don't freaking interrupt me when I'm riddling.
Listen to Batman, the Audio Adventures, streaming only on HBO Max.
Man, I tell you what, Warner Media is just leaning into so much Batman content, and I'm glad. There's just so much Batman content. I love it. I absolutely love it. And you know who else I love? Andrew Garfield. Who doesn't love this guy? Marvel Updates just posted this right now. Andrew Garfield reveals his intention with his adaptation of Spider-Man was not to sell T-shirts and Happy Meals. Always Happy Meals, right? But to give young people the opportunity to feel their own extraordinariness and see someone just like them struggle with two things living inside themselves. Yeah, we all know this. When it comes to Andrew Garfield, you know, he looked at it. He's all about what can he give to the character. It's not about the marketing. How many shirts, you know, how much merch you could sell. He was all about, hey, come on, let's see where this character can live. And yes, of course, you know, the struggles of living that double life and being in high school. Of course. Look at those traps, man. Look at those traps, Tom Hardy. It's his birthday today. So happy birthday to Tom Hardy. But yeah, if you guys haven't seen Bronson, do yourself a favor. Go watch Bronson. But yeah, the man has some seriously crazy traps. That's for sure. And that's emphasized right there in that shot. So, there's this. So Jessica Chastain. This is she opens up about being targeted by a person on social media. So if you guys heard this right here, this is what she had to say.
I hope this will happen. Social media can be a negative place, and there was one moment where I was getting, you know, attacked by someone who was being quite mean to me, and I was like, where is this coming from? And I clicked on the platform and I started to get to know the person. And I really, and I saw some sadness and some difficult things that they were going through in their lives. And I thought, oh, this is where it comes from. So I wondered, I hope that you watch a film like this and you understand that you can reach across and try to heal someone. I hope it, like anyone who feels unloved and unseen and unworthy will see the film and know that they are absolutely deserving of God's grace. I hope this will happen. Social media can be a negative.
Grace, huh? Grace. Yeah, that's interesting that she said that it ended with God's grace. Now, we're all assuming that she is talking about grace because Grace, for some reason, does have, she does have a little bit of a hate boner when it comes to Jessica Chastain. Somebody actually spliced together a bunch of her videos where she just, she just does not like. Grace does not like Jessica Chastain, and you know, kind of makes you wonder. Yeah, and I think a lot of people are going, she thinks she's talking about Grace. Yeah, she might. Most likely when she realizes where the hate's coming from. But then again, maybe it could be, maybe not. I don't know. But at the same time, it's like, especially after seeing that supercut of a lot of the hate that she has thrown over the couple of years. Oh, man, it's pretty funny. It is pretty funny when you saw that video and you're like, damn, she really does not like Jessica Chastain. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan either. I'm really not the biggest fan either. And, you know, I think one of the main reasons why I wasn't, like, always the biggest fan, because remember, I mean, people do tend to forget that Jessica Chastain did throw a lot of, well, not a lot of shade, but she did throw some shade at Zack Snyder, who, you know, when it came to the whole Amazons and their costumes and everything, she's like, oh, my God, I miss Patty Jenkins, you know? Because it was more revealing and everything, and there was a whole reason behind the different kind of Amazon costumes because it took place during the history lesson and blah, blah, blah. So, I mean, you know, she's not always on the top of the list, but when it comes to Grace, man, that hate boner is throbbing. Pretty good. So, yeah, so that's, so obviously, I was like, all right, I'm going to post, you know, obviously, I mean, I don't have the soundbite ready to go right here, but you guys know I've always had that soundbite, that drop, when it comes to Mr. Rooney saying, Grace, you know, so I thought that was, so who knows, and then, and then, you know, speaking of that too, I mean, you know, speaking with a lot of things that are happening, I mean, some people were wondering about this, like a message was, there was a message that was put out there today that, not the way to put it out there. For sure. And it had something to do with SNYDER'S 2. And it actually kind of upset me a little bit because there's a way to get the message out there. And the way that the message was put out there was not the way to do it. Don't be a dick about it. That's the problem. That's what's happening when it comes to the discourse out there now in society, of course, when it comes to the vax and everything. And, with things that are happening in LA County, yes. There's going to be mandates when it comes to gatherings and stuff like that. So if you plan on attending SNYDER'S 2, you're going to have to probably show proof of vax, or you're going to have to show a negative test within I don't know how many days, but it's going to be the case. But yeah, there was a message that was put out there and I did not like, because all it did was it just came off very dickish. And I'm going, that's not the way to do it, because you're just going to upset more people. That's the thing. This whole thing is like, hey, let's not just add more vitriol to the whole fucking discussion. And I'm just kind of going, yep, not the way to do it. Okay? Just not the way to do it. I'm just saying. Hey, thank you, Tim Diaz. He just became an official member right there. Yes, thank you. Appreciate that. So, but yeah, so it's just, I'm just saying, it's just, there's a way to get it out there. You know, you guys know my position about the whole thing. I'm all about choice. I'm all of, you know, what you do with your medical choice is your business. It's not mine. That's yours, not mine. You know, as of right now, I haven't needed it because I had the antibodies, and that is better than having the jab. But as soon as that goes away, then I'm going to get the vax, of course. You know, it's just going to have to be the case. It will have to be the case. And, but yeah, just the way that some people just say that, you know, it's just not going to work. It's just not going to work. It doesn't work that way. So yeah, I was not too happy about that. Was not too happy about that when I saw that message. And I'm like, nope, not a way to do it. Not a way to do it right there. Please stop. Please stop. I mean, speaking of that, I mean, Nicki Minaj got banned, or no, she got put in Twitter jail. Nicki Minaj actually posted something from Tucker Carlson. I was like, what the hell's going on? We literally live in the Matrix right now. What the hell? Crazy. Yep. I'm so, yeah, anti-vax, right? I know. Wrong way to approach the whole situation. Yeah. Just be nice about it. Be nice about it. The whole thing is like, yeah, if you're going to do SNYDERCon, guess what? You're going to probably have to show proof of vax, or there's going to have, depending on what's happening in LA. But the message was not put out there like that at all. And shame on that person. Shame on that person. Seriously, Jesus Christ. Anyways, worth the wait. No Time to Die. It's happening, guys. Look at this. Look at that handsome devil drinking a non-alcoholic. Is that the non-alcoholic Heineken? Why would you drink that? Why would you drink that, Bond? Get yourself a martini. Shaken, not stirred. But it's okay, fine. You got to promote Heineken. There you go. Yes. How's it taste?
Well worth the wait.
Oh, well worth the wait. There you go. Maybe that's not the non-alcoholic one. I mean, come on. That's like drinking decaf coffee. Anyways, September 30th. So I guess it got bumped up a little bit. So at the end of this month, we'll be able to watch No Time to Die. So there you go. So grateful for that, because I've been dying to see this movie. I don't know how. I mean, I think No Time to Die and Top Gun Maverick, I think those two movies have been delayed the most when it comes to all this. Simply because, I mean, this has gotten brought up on, I think it's got brought up on the vodka stream, maybe not that much, but got brought up on the last Patreon stream. William, Sci-Fi Center. I mean, he made a lot of sense. Like, when it comes to No Time to Die, when it comes to Maverick, those movies need to be out in the theater. They don't have an alternative, really, you know, because, you know, got MGM, Paramount. I mean, MGM and Top Gun is, I don't know. I think they have to make they're going to try to make as much money as they can in the theaters. It's all going to be interesting, but yeah. So, but I'm glad to hear that a week before, and you know, when it comes to Ghostbusters are still there. Don't worry. But yeah, when it comes to No Time to Die, you could see it on September 30th, which is just in 2 weeks. I guess you could say 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Glad to see that. I need some bondage. I mean bond in my life. Did I say bondage? I meant bond. Yeah, I need bond. Yeah, that's what I meant. I didn't mean the other thing. What are you talking about, you weirdos? God, get your minds out of the gutter. No, I need some, yeah. Let's wrap up this Daniel Craig version of the Bond. What are you guys talking about? I didn't say anything else. It's a slip of the tongue. Shut up. What are you talking about? Get out of here. Anyways, September 30th. That's what I'm talking about right there. Anyways, all right. And yes, okay, so this is, you know, I don't want to get too political, but my God. So Gavin Newsom, the governor, he waited till he was in the clear to put in these mandates. Okay, not even 24 hours later. That just shows you these people do not care about your health. He cared more about not losing his job more than anybody's health. Okay, so he waited until after, not even 24 hours after he was in the clear to put these in place. That just shows you right there. And that was the whole point of this. I'm all about get the vax. You want to get the vax? Get the vax. I'm not anti-vax. Totally not. But this just shows you right here that this guy did not care. He waited. He waited to put this in place until he was in the clear. Okay? That's what I was expressing when I put out this tweet right here, because it just shows you right here that these people do not care. They do not care. They really do not care. That's all the guy cared about. All the guy cared about was, oh, am I going to lose my job? No, good. Okay, now I'm going to start putting the mandates and all this stuff. And who knows? Lockdowns might be happening. Who knows what's going to be happening? But he waited not even 24 hours till he was in the clear. That just shows you right there. These fucking people don't care about your health. They do not care about your health. It's gross. It's absolutely gross. I just don't see how people could back that up. How do people back that up when it's so obvious? It's so obvious, man. It's just so obvious. It's just gotten so gross. It's just gotten so gross, And it's not even, it's just, if he really cared about your health, he wouldn't have cared. He wouldn't have cared. He would have put the mandates or whatever already out there when like there were spikes happening or whatever. No, he waited until he was in the clear so he didn't lose his fucking job. Ugh, so gross, man. Seriously, Tom Cruise, like run for governor or something like that. Save us. Anyways, now that'd be weird. Hey, Ken Lewis right here. Ken Lewis is doing some pretty cool art right here. He said that second invasion, incoming planet Earth, dark side. He is coming for his great prize. This is pretty cool right here. So look at that. Yeah, showing up in Metropolis maybe or something like that. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, it really is. It's all politicians on both sides. Yeah, exactly. It's both sides. It's all a fucking game. They don't really actually care about us. Maybe there's a couple that, there's some out there that are cool. There was actually supposed to be, somebody was trying to put a unity. They were trying to get a unity third party and trying to bring people from both sides together. And guess what happened? Twitter banned them. That's just the way it is. Yeah, we're in the fucking Matrix, guys. We're definitely in the Matrix. But that's pretty cool right there. Yeah, it's all politicians are all full of shit. Yeah, they're all for all the shit. Yeah, it's really gross. Hey, check out this. We got Bucky Aquaman right here. That's pretty interesting. Somebody took a picture of this, and I'm just like, what in the hell is that? Yeah, somebody put a Bucky head on Aquaman. That's interesting. That is interesting, yeah. Oh, look at this. They deleted it. Oh, no. Nice. All right, so Sony Pictures deleted their post. They had like a motion little poster right here that was talking about Venom 2 because, yesterday they had that London screening and we were talking about it yesterday. If you want to go back, it's on the channel. You can go check it out. It was like literally the tagline was like talking about just the post-credit scene. And that's why I said right here, LOL, lol, they're selling the post-credit scene. And it was like kind of weird. Like I get it, fine. But it was just kind of funny. I was like, wow, you're selling your movie by the post-credit scene? That doesn't look good. And apparently somebody at Sony went, delete the tweet. So that's pretty funny right there. They deleted it. Now, there's no way I would be able to run this state. You know what needs to happen in California? They need to divide it at least into 2 parts. I remember there was going to be a time when they were going to divide it into 3 parts at one point, and I'm like, yeah, good. Nobody can run this is one of the biggest states. It's like nobody could run this fucking place. Jesus Christ. Certainly not Gavin or Newsom. Yeah. Anyways, and that's pretty cool. Why Not stuff. He's back online. He took a little break, I think, and yeah, look at this. Superman and Lois right here. Pretty cool. I like it. That's cool right there. Really good artist right there. I like it. I like it a lot. Like it a lot. Yeah, and there you go. There's the reactions, of course. I have that video set up. Hey, can we stop this? A remake of Whitney Houston's The Bodyguard is in the works at Warner Brothers. Of course, Warner Brothers. Womp, 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 womp. Yeah. Why do we need this? We don't need this. We really don't need this. Not at all. Why do we need this? We don't. We actually don't. But I made the joke of make it an all-female reboot, and I'll watch. Why not? Anybody else? I mean, there might already be one on, like, you know, YouPorn or Pornhub, wherever the fuck. I don't know. But I'm just saying, you know, and with everything being rebooted, all female or whatever the hell, make it an all female bodyguard. Make the bodyguard a female, guarding another female. And, you know, things can happen. I don't know. I'm just saying, I'm just getting ideas out there, Warner Brothers. You know, you lost Christopher Nolan, and you're going to remake another classic movie, and I'm just saying, just do it like that. Why not? Why not? It's just me, though. You know, I'm just spitting out ideas or stuff like that. But yeah, The Bodyguard. And it's like, how many times have we seen movies that have to do with bodyguards and whatnot? I mean, obviously they're going to have to get a singer for the main role, right? Hey, even go even further. Reverse. Do a gender reverse. Have it a guy singer getting protected by a female bodyguard. That'll be cool. Why not? It's 2021. Why not do it like that? No, they're not going to do it like that. That would be weird. But, you know, I don't know. Get what's her name? The MMA fighter girl, chick, whatever her name is. Yeah, who's in the last Expendables. Get her. She could kick some ass. Why not? Reverse it. I don't know. But anyways, I don't know which singer they'll get, singer actress they're actually going to try to get for this role. Who knows? Lady Gaga, please don't do it. Please don't do it. Unless, like, they find some kind of different kind of angle to it, which I don't really see what other angle there could be when it comes to this. I don't know. Yeah, I just remember when this Bodyguard came out. Yeah, it was popular. It was popular, but I think a lot of people were thrown off because, you know, Kevin Costner had a weird haircut in that movie. Coming off of Robin Hood, where he had like the mullet type thing, and then all of a sudden he had this like Caesar cut. It was weird. It's a good movie, though. It is a good movie. I remember watching it a couple of years ago again. It just was randomly on, and I just had it on. I'm like, yeah, The Bodyguard. Good old 90s. Early 90s movie right there, and may Whitney Houston rest in peace. She had some acting chops. She was good. It was an intense movie. I forgot who directed that movie. Anyways, yeah. I'm just saying, all-female bodyguard. I'd watch the shit out of that. Okay, moving on. And speaking of all-female, see this... Bryce Dallas Howard, she's going to be doing a reboot on Flight of the Navigator for Disney+. So there you go. I mean, like I said, they're rebooting everything female-led. What's always funny about this movie is the main character's name was David, and his brother's name is Jeff. And my brother's name is Jeff. That was always like a cool little correlation when it came to this movie. This movie was, you know, great. It was part of my childhood, and really enjoyed it. So I haven't watched it in years. What's going on, Noel? So, but yeah, all-female female-led reboot. So maybe it'll just be just the main character. I don't know. It's gotten pretty lazy. But hey, they could update Flight of the Navigator. I mean, that movie came out in the 80s. I'm surprised they haven't done it already. So I'm really surprised they haven't. Oh, this was disgusting right here. I don't even want to show this video, but this YouTuber mom accidentally uploaded an unedited video which shows her using her crying son for a thumbnail. Yeah, I fucked up too by uploading like an unedited video, and usually it's been okay. It's just me talking to myself or whatever. But this is bad. She literally used her son. This is fucking disgusting. She used her son to try to, who was actually crying because it had to do with their sick dog. And she was like telling him like, no, do it like this. Yeah. This shows how gross this shit could be. You know, influencers. That's right, influencers. Total influencer right there, man. Ugh. Yeah, it was before your time. Yeah, you don't remember that movie, Jose? Yeah. So we got all this, and yes, happy birthday to Tom Hardy. And yeah, Tom Hardy was arrested in London for murdering several people who leaked Venom Let There Be Carnage post-credit scene. Yeah. One in particular person who talked about it yesterday, who we talked about earlier, yeah. Jeez, man, we'll talk about that, of course. Yeah, YouTube was kind of fucking up this morning. I don't know what was going on. YouTube was fucking up because the thumbnails wouldn't upload, so yeah, we had all that. And then, hey, check this out, guys. I'm sure you guys all saw this. I saw, let's see, we got ta-dum. So not only are we getting DC fandom next month, but we're going to get a Netflix type, I guess, fandom called ta-dum, which is pretty cool. Like, I was like, what is ta-dum? Oh, yeah. It's the sound effect, of course, for Netflix. So obviously Zack Snyder, Mr. Zack Snyder, says on September 25th, I'll be participating in ta-dum, a Netflix global fan event. Check out the trailer. So here's the trailer right here, just in case you guys haven't watched it.
Get ready for ta-doom.
Ta-doom. Sorry, I said ta-dum.
Hey, everybody.
Bonjour.
Hello.
Hi.
Bonjour.
Hello. Hola.
Hello to doom.
To do? What does that mean?
They use my voice for that noise.
Ta-dum. There you go. It is amazing how much content is going to be on this damn thing.
We have stars. We have
Adam
songs, we
Sandler.
have dances. That sounds lovely.
Even Jennifer Lawrence is coming back. Idris.
You guys a little panicked about it?
Charlize.
Panicked?
Thor. Chris Hart.
Here's a clip. Here's a first look. The world has never seen.
Kevin Hart, not Chris Hart. Witcher, of course. Game shows.
I was in store for
Red Notice.
Stranger Things.
About time, Stranger Things.
the Umbrella Academy, Army of Thieves,
Cowboy Bebop.
The Sandman.
Oh, sorry.
But wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more. Your Superman movie? Damn it.
Let's do it. September 25th.
25 septembre.
25 de septiembre.
September 25th. Just wait until you see what you have planned.
Okay, let's do it.
Yes.
Go watch it.
So there you go, guys. Netflix has their own event right there, and Zack Snyder is going to be there. That's right. Of course, he's going to be promoting. Hey, shut up. He's going to be, of course, helping promote Army of Thieves. Maybe even talking about the Army of the Dead sequel. I don't know if he'll talk about anything Rebel Moon. But yeah, he'll be there. And, when it comes to this event, I mean, I'm looking forward to that. Probably that, Stranger Things. Because how long, it feels like it's been forever since we saw the last season of Stranger Things with that cliffhanger. So obviously I'm looking forward to that. Red Notice does look good too. And I'm kind of curious to see what else that they have in store. But yeah, I think Army of Thieves, obviously, and Zach and Deborah will probably be there too. I think I'm probably looking forward to that the most. So yeah, that's gonna be pretty good. So mark your calendars. Got a lot of good content coming, and Netflix is just kind of killing it, man. So there you go. And then here's a pop that I'm going to get. Look at that, the DNA. They're going to have a pop for the DNA. Mr. DNA in Jurassic Park. Come on. Come on. That's awesome. Got to get that. Man, they just get creative with these pops, man. I tell you what. And yeah, still some more. Oh, yeah, and Mr. John Aaron Garza, man. If you guys checked out his latest trailer, he got inspiration because obviously, similar songs when it came to Sucker Punch and Matrix Resurrections. So he made a new trailer, so make sure you guys check it out. He kind of spliced them two together with the music and everything, he got some inspirations after watching Matrix 4. He could not help but think Sucker Punch. Here's his version. So, he got some inspiration for us. So go check that out, man. You know how good he is when it comes to the frickin' trailers. So, I forgot to turn that off. All right, so turn that off too. All right, that's the tweets, guys. Let's get into the topics. All right, let's talk about Christopher Nolan. All hail! King! Christopher Nolan. Where's it at? It didn't work. There it is. Taking too long. There you go. All right, let's talk about... All right, so obviously yesterday, let's talk about Christopher Nolan. Obviously, we know he's going to Universal right here. And So now we got the details, the demands from Christopher Nolan and what he wanted when it came to his next film, what he wanted, what he was not satisfied with when it came to Warner Brothers. Yes, because we all know that Warner Brothers, they don't know how to, well, it seems like sometime, a little bit now, some of the directors they have now, of course, they definitely, they're appeasing him, of course, so. All right, so, you know what, I don't know if I want to do that whole thing. What's the broken down version? I'd rather have the broken down version. Well, I guess we'll talk about it. Yeah, let's just do it. All right, so let's go to the THR article right here. Okay, so Inside Studios and Apple's frenzy to get Christopher Nolan's next film. So it says right here, after a trek to the director's Hollywood Hills compound, Universal, Sony, Apple learned he wanted total creative control, at least a 100-day theatrical window, around a $100 million budget, equal marketing spend, 20% of the first dollar gross, and a blackout period where the studio would not release another movie for 3 weeks before and after the feature. So there you go right there. That's pretty much the demands all listed right there. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about that right there. A 100-day theatrical window. So that's 2, 3, that's about what, 3, no, it's about 4 months. Wait a minute, 30, 60, 90, yeah, it's about 3.5 months. 3 months, 3 months and a week, I guess, I don't know, pretty much. So 100 days out in the theaters. So that's interesting right there. Okay, so a lot of people were kind of wondering about that because obviously when it comes to where everything's kind of going right now, it sounds like the 45-day window was where everyone was going to be. He wanted twice that. Now, I saw some people, you know, there's a lot of people that are not happy with him about this. Definitely not happy with him about this. But, and I saw some people going back and forth on it. But, I mean, it's Christopher Nolan. You know, over the last 2 decades, he's built up himself, and he's very old school. He likes everything. He likes it on film. He likes to do as much practical effects as he can. So I understand that. Yeah, definitely, yeah, based. 3 months and some days, yeah. So that's interesting. I'm surprised they gave, I mean, I guess he just liked 100. For some reason, 100. He was like, 100 day, 100 million. And yeah, he was all about the 100 right there. So the 100 Club. So that's interesting. 100-day theatrical window. Now, that doesn't mean necessarily that the movie, I think that's a little too much. I think it should be cut down to at least 60 days. I think it should be 60 days. It's like, come on, Chris. You have a World War II movie that's going to be total Oscar bait. And I don't think it's going to last that long. I think they should cut it down to 60 days. 2 months, cool. But even that might be a stretch. I'm just saying. I know he hasn't been a big fan of streaming, but at the same time, he knows that it does exist, and his movie is eventually going to get there. You know, that's the thing. It is kind of interesting because when it came to Tenet, it almost seemed like he was going to start embracing the new technology because obviously they were doing the whole Fortnite thing. That was very interesting because that was different, but it wasn't really him that was promoting it. It was, you know, John Dave Washington. So it was very interesting. So $100 million budget. I remember I mentioned that yesterday because it was mentioned yesterday. The fact of the matter is like, hey, that's pretty cheap for a Christopher Nolan flick, which means it's going to be a smaller contained film. That's why I'm like going 100 days. 100 days theatrical? I don't know, Chris. I think even a fucking just being out there for a month is good enough, you know? I don't know. It just seems like it's not going to be a big movie. It's not going to be, unless he's planning on doing something pretty crazy. I don't know. Unless he does actually put that, you know, set off a nuclear bomb. Equal marketing spend, so that means it's technically going to be $200 million. I mean, that's what I'm getting from that. Yeah, Jose, I know you're not a fan. I know you're not a fan of all this right now. Yeah, some people aren't. Some people are not embracing. I could see the arguments from both sides, but I don't want to throw too much shade at one of my favorite filmmakers right now. I see where he's coming from because he came from a toxic relationship as well. We got to remember that too. He did come from a toxic relationship when it comes to Warner Brothers. He bumped heads. Not to mention, he bumped heads with other directors and other people too. You got to realize that. He's damaged goods. So that's why he's making these demands right here. That's exactly why he's making these demands. You know, that's when it came to what he wanted, he was like, this is what I want, this is what I want. He is trying to sell his product. And the result is, it's just whatever we give it to, the market. The market's going to answer whether this was a good idea or not. That's the thing. The market's going to answer whether he shot too far. He just thought, oh, well, yeah, my shit's way too good. Or it's just going to fall flat on his face. And then he's going to be like, all right, I'm going to have to reel it in a little bit. It's going to be interesting to see the response. But we also got to remember too, guys, a lot of people were making it seem like this movie is going to come out in the next couple of months. This movie's not going to come out for another couple of years. So hopefully, who knows what the fuck's going to happen, because it just seems like we keep going further down the rabbit hole and the apocalypse is just getting worse and worse and worse. For God's sakes, like I said, Nicki Minaj retweeted Tucker Carlson. What the fuck is happening? So I'm just kind of saying that, hey, in 2 years, I hope we're not going to be in this mess anymore. Who knows what this is going to be like? I mean, for all we know, COVID is actually going to be a physical, big, huge beast, like one of those big, huge, the big, huge brain alien from Starship Troopers. Who knows what it's going to be at that time? Hopefully it won't be. Hopefully we can have we won't have a pandemic at the time, so movie theaters will be getting more people involved, but who knows? Who knows? But I just kind of noticed that a lot of people are still going thinking, almost had the mindset that this movie's going to be coming out this year or something. So this is pretty interesting too. A blackout period where the studio would not release another movie for 3 weeks before and after. So that's 6 weeks right there, which kind of makes sense, I guess. That seems a little interesting right there. 6 weeks, but I mean, usually, I guess when studios, I don't know, would Universal have? Does it mean what if it's a small movie? But this sounds like a small movie. I don't know. This last little demand right here, that's interesting. That's interesting. Hey, give me 6 weeks, and then give me 100 days. Seems like a bit much, but what can you do? A Mad Max Corona, yes, exactly that. So those are the demands right there. I don't know. The blackout period is interesting. I think he's shooting. I think he's just coming off a toxic relationship. He's just going, all right, this is what I need. And who knows if it's actually going to stick. I mean, I guess it's going to stick because the deal's been made. I think the 100-day window is I think 60 days. I think it should have went 60 days. And when it comes to the blackout period, I would say cut it down to 2 weeks both sides. Or, yeah. I would say that. Give yourself a month. I don't know. It's just, yeah. I would say if it wasn't going to be a small-ish World War II flick, biopic essentially, I would say, yeah, maybe you have something there. If it was going to be another mind fuck of a type movie that he was going to give us, sure. But yeah, so there you go. There's Christopher Nolan right there and his demands. King Nolan! Giving the demands right there. So we all good? We all good with that? I think that's what the king wants for Universal. I mean, again, he's one of my favorite filmmakers. When it comes to okay, my knee hurts. Turn that off. Yeah. So. Yeah, I know. I could see why people are kind of going what the fuck, Nolan? But at the same time, I'm just kind of going hey, well, the market is going to respond. The market's going to respond. We'll see what happens. It's not going to happen for another 2 years, too, by the way. It's not going to happen this year. It's not going to happen next year. It's going to be another 2 years from now. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what the market, hopefully things will be kind of back to normal. I don't think they're never fully going to be back to normal, but hopefully kind of back to normal. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens right there. So, okay, next topic. Pierce Brosnan. Okay, I had to put something. I was like, you know what? I got to find something DC comic book related in here. And I was like, oh, hey, Pierce Brosnan. I forgot that he was in that Cinderella movie. Yeah, did anybody watch that Cinderella movie that's on Amazon? I didn't even know he was in that movie, but so he's been doing, of course, press with that, and he talked to Collider actually. So he talked about a little bit of Black Adam, a little bit more, I should say, of Black Adam, and gave some praise. I mean, obviously he's going to give some praise, but I just thought it was okay. You know, I want to see his Dr. Fate. I think that was beautiful casting right there. Nobody really suspected, like when everybody was doing like their fan casting of Dr. Fate, nobody really thought Pierce Brosnan. And then when it was announced, everybody just kind of went, all right, geez, yeah. I like that. I like that a lot. I think we can all agree that we like that a lot. I think we'd all agree. But he had big time praise, not only for Black Adam, but for I almost said James Bond. I'm like, he's still, hey, in the 90s, playing, double GoldenEye and stuff like that. I've always, you look at Pierce Brosnan and you just think James Bond, but he's been in a slew of other fucking great movies too. Nobody talks about Dante's Peak, man. Remember Dante's Peak? That was such a great volcano movie. Remember there was two volcano movies? There was Volcano with Tommy Lee Jones, which was also great, and then Dante's Peak. Love that movie. Good volcano flicks right there that came out in 96, 97, something like that. Love that movie. Linda Hamilton was in that. Love that movie. Thank you. Thank you, Ryan. So he says right here, it's an ensemble piece, Black Adam. You have Dwayne, who's at the pinnacle of his fame and fortune and success and popularity. He is magnificent as Black Adam. We are the Justice Society, and there's 4 of us, so we became a strong quartet of actors. The writing was very good. Okay. So he said very good. So, not like, oh, exquisite, the best writing ever, but very good. Okay. Sometimes I worry about when you hear very, in there. I don't know, but that's just me. There was just enough beats. You just want 3 good beats. If you have 3 good scenes to hang your hat and your heart on, then you can make something of your days. For me, Black Adam had that, and Cinderella had that in its own specific way. So, interesting because, the Cinderella movie looked god-awful. I don't know if anybody saw it. Anybody see it? I don't know. I don't know if anybody actually saw the Cinderella movie. He's given praise for that. Apparently, there's 3 good scenes in there, according to him. So, I don't know what your take about it is. I mean, I'm hoping that the whole praise of it is, giving Dwayne Johnson praise for Black Adam and the fact that there was some 3 good beats right there. The writing was very good. What do you guys think? Do you think he's fluffing it up a little bit? I'm hoping, when it comes to, and obviously when it comes to DC fandom, we're going to get more of a look at Black Adam. Hopefully we'll get some footage. I don't know if I hope we'll get a teaser trailer at least, so then we can get a sense of the aesthetic and the tone. Hopefully it just doesn't, I just hope it doesn't suffer. Like they try to just be like, oh, let's just make this a big blockbuster thing. I mean, it's funny because when Dwayne Johnson did the Hercules movie that came out years ago, it wasn't bad, but I think it just suffered. I don't know. I think it just suffered because they were trying to be like, this is like a big blockbuster movie. Let's and then they had that other Hercules movie that was totally. I mean, remember that one with Callum Lutz? Oh my God. Terrible, man. That movie. I remember trying to watch that movie and I went, I can't get through this. But anyways, I mean, Dwayne Johnson's Hercules movie is it almost had it, but it didn't quite have what I don't know that I think that it need. I don't know that it needed. I kind of worry that Black Adam is that it's going to suffer something like that, and it's just going to be almost generic. But I'm kind of going, okay, but it got Justice Society. We got these other characters. Pierce Brosnan, Dr. Fate, that really gives me a lot of hope and everything. So I don't know. I guess, like I said, when it comes to DC fandom, we're going to get a sense of exactly what they're trying to do right there. So I'll wait to really, really gauge it. I'm still hyped. For it. So I know, right? I know, Jose. It's like a movie hyping up there. Yes, I know. It's normal. But I'm just I was looking at his words. And when I saw his words, I kind of went, you could kind of take that both ways. Especially when he said the 3 beats and the 3 scenes, and then he said, yeah, Cinderella had that and this had that. I'm like, I was like, I'm a little worried, but I think it'll be okay. It'll be good. It'll be good, guys. Right? Somebody hold me. I'm scared. Nah, it's okay. I think it'll be fine. We'll see what happens. Okay. What's the next topic? Twisted Metal. All right. So this came out of nowhere, and I was wondering, when the fuck are they going to make a Twisted Metal movie? I think there's been talked about it before. This is a game that I played, as a teenager. I mean, this is when PlayStation first came out. Such a fun game. I don't know how they're going to... I mean, obviously, you could... Okay, so when it comes to Twisted Metal, this is going to be a series, which is cool. I'm like, cool, make it a series. But I don't know if you guys have played Twisted Metal. I played the old school game. Love this game. I mean, it's just pure just craziness. It's, demolition derby with fucking rockets and bombs and all kinds of shit. Ice cream trucks and whatever the hell you want, man. But when I saw this, I was like, cool. It's about freaking time. Yes, I know the person that they, the lead actor they got, a lot of people don't really like him, Anthony Mackie. Yeah, I know. It's okay. It's fine. I mean, he's going to star as John Doe in the live-action Twisted Metal series from Sony TV and PlayStation Productions. That's right. After recently... blah, blah, blah. Anthony Mackie looks to have found his next juicy role to sink his teeth into. Sources tell a Deadline that Mackie is set to star in an executive produced Sony Pictures Television and PlayStation Productions Twisted Metal live-action adaptation of the popular video game. Mackie will play the lead role of John Doe in the half-hour live-action TV series, and insiders say Sony TV and PlayStation Productions are extremely high on the package, and a plan is in the works to take it to the buyers soon. We're thrilled to have Anthony Mackie on board. His ability to blend comedy, action, and drama is perfect for the twisted world we're creating, said Asad Quizelbash, head of PlayStation Productions. So, Twisted Metal is a high-octane action comedy based on the original take by Deadpool scribes Rhett Reese. See, this gives me confidence right here. Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick about a motormouth outsider offered a chance at a better life, but only if he successfully delivered a mysterious package across a post-apocalyptic wasteland. With the help of a trigger-happy card thief, he'll face savage marauders. What is that? I don't even know what that word is. Driving vehicles of destruction, and then an ad just showed up, and now I can't read the paragraph anymore. Jesus Christ. Man, so many ads on these damn websites. But anyways, if you guys played the game, you know what the hell. I always played battle mode with my friends. It was always a lot of fun. So, yeah, there you go. We don't need a live action. We need new video game. Yeah, I know. When was the last time? Did I say it right? Okay, good. Yeah, because you know me, I can't read sometimes. But yeah, I was always. When was the last time there was a Twisted Metal game? I think it's been a few years, right? They need to put it. I'm sure with this live action series, there'll be a new game that'll show up. Probably with it. And like I said, guys, I'm still like, I'm probably, I think when it comes to next year, a lot of the video games that are coming out, I'm going to get myself a console, and I think I'm going to get myself a PlayStation 5. I'm going to try. I mean, I know they're few and far between right now, but there you go. Was it PS3? Okay, so it was for PS3, so there you go. Half hour, doomed already. Nah, I mean, think about it, though. Think about it. It's like, it's going to be some crazy, like I said, high-octane action in a half an hour. Long as it's just like boom, 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 boom. There you go. Nothing wrong with that. Explosions, craziness, whatever. So, I'll check it out. I'm actually, I'm wondering why it took this long. But, that's just me. All right. Then finally, guys, What If? Episode 6. Watched it today after I was done with work. This episode was a Killmonger episode. This is where Killmonger saves Tony. So the what if is basically saving Tony before he gets captured by the terrorists in the first Iron Man. So now goes into a completely different direction. No spoilers. Don't worry if you haven't watched it yet. I've been really enjoying the What If series. I think when it came to Earth's Mightiest Heroes, when they were getting offed, episode 3, that still might be my favorite. But then, I don't know, I kind of go back and forth when I think about the Doctor Strange episode. That was a really good episode. And the Zombies episode was pretty good too. I mean, not as strong, but what I'm really liking about this series is like, yeah, people get killed. Like a lot of, I mean, it's just people get offed, man. That's what I'm really liking about this. And, you know, when it comes to Killmonger, I mean, he's one of the stronger villains when it comes to the MCU. So to see him kind of just like work his way in and, you know, gain Tony's trust, and then you'll see what happens. It's all pretty interesting. So I did really dig this episode, and you know what? And whoever voices Tony Stark, good job on the Robert Downey Jr. impression, man. Like I remember when the trailer came out, I went, was that Robert Downey Jr.? Can't tell. Sounds like no, it's not him. But yeah, whoever does the voice for Tony Stark, good job, really good job right there. I was really like going like, man. That's some good voice acting right there. Sounding pretty much like Robert Downey Jr. But yeah, this episode was pretty damn good. So I don't know if you guys have checked it out yet. I won't say what happens. But yeah, it gets to the point of course, there's Wakanda that gets involved in there because, yes, it's Killmonger. So, but honestly, What If has been kind of underwhelming, really, Jose. I don't know. I've been liking it because it's just something... They go dark. Like I said, there's like, it seems like every episode somebody's getting fucking killed. Not just somebody. There's like multiple people that get fucking killed, you know? And then going into like this is basically going into the first Iron Man right here. And then of course there's Wakanda and everything. So I don't know. I really enjoyed this episode. It's not too shabby. It's really not too shabby. What If show that Marvel is good when the story is less than 2 minutes because except Loki. Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, there's some pacing issues. Like I always say that I wish the episodes were longer. Like they should be like an hour long or something. Maybe you could flesh it out a little bit. But, you know, some episodes probably don't need that. And who knows what's going to happen because like the Zombies episode kind of left on a little bit of a cliffhanger. It's like, is there going to be a season 2, part 2? Because I think a lot of people's complaints was the fact that the Zombies episode was too short and just kind of ended. You know, I think I talked to Ty last week, and he kind of said that, like, hey, yeah, he wanted more. I heard other people wanted more, too. I mean, I guess with this one, they can, you know, you can see more what happens as well. So I don't know. I still dug it. And, you know, I'm still digging the series. And, yeah, I hope it continues on because I just think it's something fresh when it comes to Marvel. And dark. Like I said, it's pretty dark. And I dig it. I definitely dig it. All right, so that's all the topics to talk about today. I'd like to see more Miss Captain Britain. Oh, it's actually Captain Carter, Eric. Captain Carter. Yeah, not Captain Britain. It's Captain Carter. But, you know, semantics. I get what you're saying. All right, let's go to the Twitter questions over here. See what you guys have to say on the Twitter. And thank you guys for submitting your questions. Thank you guys for sticking around. All right, so here we go. All right. Oh, boy. Look at that crazy fucking hair. Hey, Dave, I think the 100 Days demand is Nolan doing the art of the deal. You start the negotiations demanding a lot more than you're really aiming to get so that it's more likely at the end of the... You might be right. I was thinking that too, Eric. That actually kind of does make sense. It's like he's shooting, like what I said. 60 days would probably be better. So maybe he's shooting, you know, he's 100 days, but he really wants 60. 3 weeks on both sides, but he really wants 2. You could be right. You really could be right. That's right. He read my book, guys. That's right. Christopher Nolan, one of the greatest filmmakers ever. I think I'm going to have him direct my biopic. That's right. And we've been talking about it. That's right. We both have really good hair. And, you know, he knows. He read my book, Art of the Deal. That's right. Yeah. He knows what's up, Christopher Nolan. Yes, we know. But, yeah, you could be right. I like it. Anyways. P.S. Don't forget Amy Adams' Lois Lane event. Jesus Christ, how many of these events have there been? Some Braid Dead bots did a lot of hate. Yeah, I saw you arguing with people today. Don't do that. Don't argue with people. How many of those have you done already? Seems like didn't you just have one of those? But I know it's Batman Day on Saturday. But yeah. So I know there's going to be people doing Batfleck. I'm sure Batfleck will trend on Saturday. Oh man, I saw a really man on the timeline the other day. I should have retweeted it so I could have showed you guys, but I don't know. It was pretty risque. I saw an Amy Adams, like somebody posted an Amy Adams like thong pic. I forgot what movie it's from, but actually it was more of a G-string, and I was like, wowzers. Wow! It's pretty good. John, honestly, with the current leadership at Warner Brothers, I think we'll see the Schumacher cut before the Ayer cut, as the latter is part of the Snyderverse, which WB is trying and failing to ignore. Yeah, you're probably right. I always said like the Schumacher cut would probably come out before that, because it just seems like it would be easier. Clay Talion, do you think Army of Thieves will end with a time jump to show what happens with Dieter after he closes the safe, and or set up Army of the Dead 2 with Vanderohe? Yeah, I think so. I think we'll see. I think there'll be some elements of Army of the Dead, and we'll kind of see something right there. I would not be surprised. It's going to tie into the movie, obviously, so it might do a time jump and kind of see something else. Maybe it'll end with Dieter himself. Something. We didn't see him die in Army of the Dead. Maybe we'll see what happens to him. Maybe something will happen to him. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Ryan, happy birthday to my number one next Bond choice, Tom Hardy. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. I think he'd be a great Bond. Yeah, I think he'd be a pretty badass Bond. Paul, what do you think Zack Snyder is going to talk about at Tadam? He's going to talk about Army of Thieves, maybe some Army of the Dead 2, and maybe they'll hint a little bit at Rebel Moon. If you're thinking he's going to talk about anything Snyderverse DC related, and he's not. Maybe they'll ask him a little bit of some stuff about the Snyder Cut, but not going to be anything else. It's going to be all Netflix related. Del Futuro. Do you think Michael Caine will be in Nolan movie? The new? Yes. I think yes. I think Michael Caine will be in the next Nolan movie. I'm pretty sure he's already got his role. Hey Michael, check these bad boys out. Haha, Dave, are you at all worried that not only Venom Let There Be Carnage is apparently an epic 90 minutes, but it's Venom Carnage and it's friggin' PG-13, and that's the trailer is a bit cringy? Thoughts? And yes, I know the first one is PG-13, but why? Yeah, a little worried, but I mean, I think it'll be fine if, but those are pretty cool pops right there. I'm going to have to try to grab some of those. That's cool. Okay, since Discovery is wanting to give customers what they want, how about us coming together one more time to let them know we want the Snyderverse? Yeah, I'm sure that'll happen. Somebody's probably coming up with some kind of, I think there's probably some kind of campaign that's going to be coming up when it comes about it, so we'll see. And then considering how Chastain is a dick to Snyder, I feel a little sympathy for her. Yeah, this is what it was. That's why I'm not like, I'm still kind of going, yeah, but Jessica Chastain, remember she said this, hey men, what would you wear to a fight? Hint, don't expose your vital organs. Ugh, I miss Patty Jenkins. Did you not see 300? When the men only wore capes and they were bare-chested and wearing diapers, essentially, undies and some boots. Yeah, they were wearing less clothing than this. That's why I was like, Jesus Christ, come on. It's like, I don't know. Sometimes don't hit tweet, but that was like 4 or 5 years. That was before Justice came out, right? So that's all you got to do. Yeah, in ancient Greek, they were fighting naked. Yeah, exactly. So that was just her trying to stick it to the patriarchy, and she fell flat on her face. It's like, yeah, it's like this. Come on, really? And then it's kind of shitty because those stunt women, I mean, and we finally saw them in their complete glory, especially, the big strong ones and, this big strong Amazons when she was, I mean, we all know that Zack Snyder loves the human body, whether it's guys or girls. That's why he emphasizes the human body a lot. He's all about the physicality of the body, showing it, showing the muscles, showing the body work. He's all about that. That's why I was always like, ugh. Anyways, guys, all right. let's go ahead and wrap this up. Appreciate you guys spending some time with me tonight. As per usual, always fun. All hail King Christopher Nolan. I know there's going to be a discourse about Christopher Nolan for a little bit. I'm sure we'll talk more about it on the vodka stream on Friday. We'll see what happens. I don't know if I haven't nailed down a guest yet, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, obviously it's Wednesday, so no Film Junkie Live tomorrow. But I will be seeing Cop Shop, I think, tomorrow. So look forward to that first reaction review. We'll see what happens. And yeah, guys, appreciate it. Smash that like, thumbs up before you leave. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you want to become a member, hit the join button for members only vlog and not a Patreon stream, but members only stream. So if you join now, you can see the past couple ones. I had a little tea on there. We haven't really talked about it publicly, but something that has to do with the Flash movie that I've talked about, that I teased on Monday, and then we talked about it yesterday. So it's kind of something that you don't want to really put it out there quite yet. We'll see what happens. But yeah, go check that out if you haven't. There's a Patreon right there too if you want to help out the pirate ship through that. Always helpful. And you can take part in the Patreon stream, of course. See what I'm working on. Maybe post some more stuff on there. I'll post something on there tomorrow. I was starting to do a Thursday like audio only little thing, So look forward to that. And then of course, the Film Junkie Closet with merchandise down below. Get some shirts. Check it out. Some new shirts will be in there. I got the email that the new shirts are on their way, so hopefully they'll get there soon. And that's it, guys. Appreciate you guys, of course, all clicking in, and I'll talk to you later.